What's poppin', my friends? It has been a while once again, and so today we've been getting some fucking K Rool gameplay in this shit, and he's actually not been someone who's been shown off in trailer or in actual gameplay, I should say, because like Simon, they showed him off in his own little thing where they showed what his abilities did and whatnot. K Rool didn't get that treatment, so we actually did get some gameplay for him today, which is pretty cool because, well, we haven't got an explanation on what he's good at yet. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on what the whole how he is, how he performs as a heavyweight, and little things I noticed. So let's start this. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So right off the bat, we already got a. So immediately right there, you could tell right there that his dash attack or his dash dance for a heavyweight, how fast that went. That's pretty good. He doesn't seem to be too fast on the ground, but he's still pretty solid. Um, it looks like that his forward air right there, it looks like it takes a little bit to come out because Snake was already able to throw out a dash attack. If you notice, like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of repeating. So, in that time, Snake has enough time to run and then dash attack into him and knock him out of that. So that's pretty slow. Is that his down air? Because I'm only seeing this gameplay like a second time. I believe that was his down air, but it only did like 2%. Or no, did K Rool take damage? Sorry, I'm like... Okay, so he took damage from the grenade. I heard a hit sound. I thought I hit Snake. So he immediately grabs Snake, throws him back. So already you can see right here. Sorry about the quality being so bad. I don't know why it is so shit. So already right here you can see like Snake is far enough to be gimped off the ledge, and he's only at 11%. So K Rool throws out his crown. Looks like it has some pretty decent range, getting all the way to that little cliff down there in terms of length from the ledge. So K Rool's able to actually run while he's throwing that out, so that's gonna be very good. Snake gets hit by it, which is also very good, so you can catch them out. So that will be extremely fucking good for catching people off ledges and shit. So right there, Snake actually just picked the crown up. So right there, bam. Hit Snake, but he picks the crown up. So now K Rool, as you can see, he is little bald there. Also nice lens flare. So now up there you can see his crown just chilling. So that thing will go away after a while and plop back right on his head. So anyway, so his crown is going to be very good at spacing people out, and that's going to be amazing for a heavyweight because most heavyweights actually don't have much projectiles besides like obviously Snake here. Snake actually has decent projectiles. So now we're on to this insane forward air. 17%, 37. That is a 20 damaging forward air. That is, I'm pretty sure that's more than Ganondorf. So it seems K Rool's pretty big, as you can tell. I mean, he's a big boy, you know. He takes a lot of hits. Most of this match, Snake and him are just kind of blowing each other up. So, so right there, you can see when he gets hit, he rolls, he jumps. The crown's already back. So what I did notice, besides the crown, is that when he got hit, his roll is actually very short. Like he got hit immediately out of that. So I'm wondering if that was from him rolling before and maybe affected his getup, or I'm not sure if those two things like go together, but so right there we just saw the cannonball, which I'm pretty sure is his neutral B. So he loses the crown, shoots out a cannonball, and it just super armored the grenade and blew up in Snake's face. So Snake's all the way up there, he sucks in the cannonball, shoots it all the way out there, bam, done. That is so fucking cool. I'm glad that they actually got people who like know how to play the game for this, because it's just asinine watching just like CPU like level kind of shit fight. So the cannonball goes pretty slow, so it'll be very good for setups. It looks like Snake kind of got bounced. Oh, he rolled into it. So yeah. So we know the cannonball will be very good for or the blunderbuss ball or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It'll be pretty good for comboing. So right here, Snake was very far. Like, that is some range. Like, you can even see how his feet are longer, or the hitbox is longer than his actual feet are coming out. So this is looking like a Bowser back air kind of thing, which is really good. Just slower, but probably way more powerful. Um, or whatever this is. I'm actually not too sure because I thought the 20 damaging thing, maybe that was his back air and I didn't realize it. A lot of his moves are very awkward midair, animation-wise, because they look like they do the same thing. But either way, Snake gets popped, dead. So, how much damage did that do, though? That's my question. Snake's at 72. That's about 14. That's not too bad. For a heavyweight air, that's not too bad. So, K Rool's already, he's bouncing around. He doesn't look too agile. As you can see, he's kind of like not moving around in the air real fast, but he's getting around real fast. His dash is definitely decent. His air dodge doesn't look that good. But then again, that could also just be because he's really big. Like, he's massive, so obviously he's going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be kind of like DDD, where he's pretty big and he takes a lot of hits, but he dishes out a lot of damage. So he's not gonna be like Bowser, where they got relatively big hitboxes. He's more about like how you combo with said things, like DDD. So right here, as he's coming down, you can see I'm pretty sure that's his nair. He puffs up a bit, like DDD, as I said, and he actually, I believe he gets super armor on that, doesn't he? Right there was his up air, or his up throw. So it looks like it has a lot of end lag. As you can see, he fell right on his face at the end of it. At least compared to other moves, just keep in mind that I'm not completely 100% caught up with the frame data of this game, obviously, but it seems like it's relatively fast for what that animation looked like it was meant to be. But when I'm used to Smash 4 shit, that was relatively on the slower end of what I've been seeing. But it makes sense because he's heavy. So there's his up throw. It's pretty much a Kirby throw, but it seems like it actually does combo pretty well. So he goes up, bam, Snake's right there. So he might be able to get a forward air like that. Depending on hit stun, though, that's what depends. And then there we see the nair one more time, and he has like titties or something. I just realized that he has like some big old boobs. So there's the nair. There's the nair actually hitting that time. I think that was that the main hitbox? No, that's the hitbox. So Snake's at 26. That's a 12 damage nair. That's pretty solid. That's not too bad for a nair. Now, I wonder if it's lingering, like DDD's is, because it looks like it's lingering, so Snake just uses a rocket there. Okay, so it is lingering, I believe. So, right there, perfect example of the crown with the shield pressure shit and whatever, and catching him out. Snake's already shielding, he throws out the crown, he's gonna shield again, so he has the option to either grab Snake, or continue the shield pressure, or throw out something, and then Snake unshields, bam, he's hit. And then follow it up, okay. He could have followed it up with a forward air, but he didn't. So another thing to mention right there. Yeah, there's his jab. Seems pretty fast. Doesn't seem to be, you know, it seems a pretty standard jab. And his crown's back on his head. And then he does, I believe that's his up air, which kind of is weird because it looks like that's his entire hitbox being used to it. It kind of looks like a how you say, kind of like Charizard's Project M up air. As you can see, like he's using his head for it, as his head's like noticeably bigger there. So it seems to be kind of like Charizard's Project M hitbox, where it's used for juggling, but it doesn't have too big of a sideways hitbox. So yeah, there's that. He misses completely. So he could have followed up by that crown with a forward air, but you know, whatever, or an air. There's first hit jab. Doesn't look too fast. It looks relatively normal. His ledge get up roll got him to about half the stage, but you know. So yeah, he's doing his best to space out the Snake here. blunderbuss. So if he doesn't catch it, the ball seems to go a lot shorter. So right there, another perfect example of the goddamn crown. He throws the thing out. Did I miss it? Hold on. I think I'm missing it. Hold on. I think I'm way behind. This video is a little short, so it's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, then he gets here, throws the crown out, so it goes right past him. So he has complete coverage. He can't get fucked up on his left unless Snake were to go over his head, but in which case he has that big-ass up air to handle his problems. So K Rool is pretty good at zoning out people for a heavyweight, which is obviously amazing, and I don't know why that's going full screen. And the crown goes right past K Rool, which I noticed. So if he doesn't, I think if he doesn't run into it, it just goes. Okay, so the damage it did to Snake, it's about 5 damage, maybe 6, considering the 0.9. So, nothing too big. It's mostly like a Link boomerang, but without it going away once it hits. So I think what we just saw there was K Rool's down air. It looks like a Ganon spike. Actually, it looks more of a Charizard kick, where it's just 1 foot. So, pretty standard as well. There's his nair, and the final smash. I'll let that speak for itself. And does a pretty solid amount of damage. So, that'll definitely kill, like, falcons and shit. And there we have it. So overall, K Rool's looking like more of a DDD archetype, where he's very slow and tubby and gets hit a lot, but also, unlike DDD, doesn't have a hammer but deals out a lot of damage with okay frame data. It seems like he's exchanging DDD's slowness for a little extra speed and better damage overall. I wouldn't say kill power, maybe damage overall. It's really hard to tell what the knockback and kill power in this game is because of how weird the knockback is. What I didn't notice in this trailer is that most of the knockback is actually a lot slower than what it was in the E3 when you compare it. So, I wonder if they listened and probably changed it. But either way, it looks like it's going to be much easier to combat. As you can see right there, he flew right into it. So, thankfully, Hit Stun probably got fixed, but yeah. I might be, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of hard to tell how the rubber banding, they called it like punch, I believe Armada said this. He said, the knockback in this game is like punching a balloon, and basically you punch it, flies out, and then stops. So, I don't know. It seems a lot better than what it was, but, you know, we'll see on release, so. Overall, anyway, I'm getting off topic, my bad. Overall, K Rool looks very, very solid. Nothing particularly, you know, out there about him besides maybe his specials being really fucking good. So he's pretty. He's a solid. I would say he's a solid mid-tier heavyweight, maybe a little lower, mostly because of the fact that he has actual zoning tools, so he doesn't have to get effed over like Bowser and some others do by characters with projectiles like Link and stuff. So he's looking pretty solid, and you know, there's always gonna be buffs and stuff, but right now he looks good, and just his only problem is his big ass hitbox. So yeah, K Rool is definitely going to live up to his hype, I hope, and either way be a very strong and somewhat fast character. I honestly didn't think he was gonna be that fast, and he didn't look that fast, but when you compare him to other people, he seems actually decently speedy. Is that I don't know, it's kind of weird. He looks smooth. I think that's what I mean to say. He looks like he just flows into everything he does, so that's really cool. So yeah, K Rool overall looking like a very, very solid character. We'll probably play him, no doubt about it. I mean, he looks fun as hell, and I hope to see him in actual tournaments being played like extremely well. So anyway, I'm gonna try and actually do some of these more often, because I actually did like doing this and talking about it now that I'm not an idiot in Smash, and I know I can say like, oh, that looks pretty good, or what can that do? So yeah, overall solid. So next time we get a character trailer like this, like I believe that we're gonna get Simon tomorrow. I would think, because they released Lucina, Chrom, and Dark Samus in the other thing, which is like weird. And the other thing is that I don't believe we've seen anything of Daisy either, so it's entirely possible we could get something for her. But I probably won't go into a video about them, you know, because they're Echo fighters, and like Chrom's the only one who's relatively unique looking. I know that some people were saying that Dark Samus was like um, had better roll data and shit than Samus, so I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, that'll be all. So I'll be sure to do more of these because I actually had fun doing these. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time.